So
you're
just getting ready to do my due diligence on putting in my final thoughts on what I think about Overwatch 2. And all of a
Garbage.
sudden, where did you come from?
Wow.
Like seriously, where the hell did you come from? I was about to talk to the viewer about my thoughts on it, and then you just decided to barge in.
It's
There's
garbage.
no way we're gonna let you have all the fun here.
It's
All
garbage.
right,
You
all right,
know
all
it.
right.
Stop defending it. Let it die.
I didn't even start on critiquing the damn product, and
I already
then
know
here
what
you
you're
are just.
saying.
Oh, okay. You know what? Fuck it. All right. You guys are in this at this conversation now. We may as well interact. So,
Wow, interact.
Overwatch 2. All right, let's start from the beginning. Came out last month. Was a complete disaster. Big DDoS attack happened that caused.
That's what they say.
Oh, come on. You know damn well you shouldn't be saying such things.
It's a conspiracy theory, Marvin. I think they just said that to cover their tracks. They knew their servers were garbage. Remember 2K servers when they were on fire? That's what I think happened.
Oh my god, here we go again. Settle down there, Alex Jones, before we even go into such conclusions. Let's continue talking about this horrible launch and this horrible practice. So, Overwatch 2 came out last month. First week was dog shit. It was the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen. That's what The Rock would say. It is dog shit.
Day one was garbage.
Day one was awful. There was like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 people in the queue or whatever. I was sitting there for a hot minute. I didn't get to play at least until like fucking 3 hours later. Man, that was just hot garbage. Second day, I didn't even get in at all. Third day, I didn't get in. It wasn't until the fourth day it was started to kind of stabilize. But the game itself eventually became stable, and now it became accessible to everybody. And on top of that, you would think that everything would be fine, but since it's just literally Overwatch with a new coat of paint, unfortunately, there's more bugs, glitches.
Always have
to the point where they removed damn heroes. They removed Bastion in the first 2 weeks of Overwatch 1 due to some glitch.
Easy
then
glitch too.
Now that they patched Bastion back into the game, now they've removed Mei for 2 weeks.
Hell yeah, baby.
Stop. CC watches no more. The game is like the experience to me, honestly, is a fine game. Like 5v5, I think it was a good transition. To be honest, they couldn't be able to.
They sucked at balancing, so they took the cheap route out and did a 5v5.
Well, fuck me. Shit. I don't know. I mean, they did do 5v5, so it's like less balancing. But then again,
that's like every other game now.
Yeah, but I mean,
now we can't have 5 friends. We can't have 6 friends. We can only have 5. It's like, oh, you're our 6th friend? Go fuck yourself. We only have 5 allowed.
Wow.
Guess we gotta take turns losing.
Stop. That's not how none of this works. You know damn well it wasn't. But alright, I digress. But alright, it was a messy launch. I think we can all agree. And then the game just became unstable. Characters had issues, balancing issues. 5v5, it was a mixed response. What did Blizzard do? They fucking compensated with double XP weekends and added a fucking Band-Aid and added a Reaper skin to everyone that logged in during the week of Halloween Terror. This was the first major event for Overwatch 2. And let's say this, it was an awful launch. And we'll get to that later on. We'll get to that. But to me, the experience was overall decent. A lot of negative stuff that I don't like, such as the experience system or the updated business model from loot boxes to the notorious battle pass. Awful stuff.
Live service bullshit, the usual.
They went the Apex route, and they have like different currencies or whatever. So
gonna have like 20 different currencies by the end of 2024 or some shit.
It was.
Should we talk about that a bit more?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's talk about it. Oh my god.
So, before in Overwatch 1, you had like
Boxes.
just coins that you could earn through playing the game, right?
Right, for
And
loot
then-
boxes and duplicates.
And then if you paid money, did you just earn coins that way?
No, you just
No,
got boxes.
It was different credits.
Right. So Overwatch 1 did it way better than Overwatch 2 ever could do. So anyone that's hearing this, back then, Overwatch 1 had loot boxes. Now, I know that a lot of us would just say that it's the bane of many gamers' existences in regards to free-to-play services. However, the loot boxes in Overwatch 1 was completely cosmetic. It did not give any player advantage, nothing. It was just a complete cosmetic thing.
Gambling.
So, to get currency in Overwatch 1, if you've received the same item in a loot box, like let's say the same voice line, you get extra currency that gets added to your wallet. And at that point, you can use that currency and be able to purchase any additional skins that you wish to purchase as long as you have enough for it. That's how it used to be. So you could buy a lot of loot boxes and then you'll have a higher chance of obtaining pretty much almost any item that's currently available during that time period. But going into Overwatch 2 now has premium credits called Overwatch credits.
Oh god.
So you're spending a lot of money to get what you want. And
Real life money, not that paper money, real
Yeah.
money.
And so Overwatch credits that you had in the first game, and let's say you've played a lot like me. I'm not going to deny I put in quite a bit of time into it.
He's an
And
addict. We have to get him out of it before it's too late.
you may want to put me in a straitjacket so I can get out of it.
You worry about a battle pass. He's already losing his mind.
We'll talk about the battle pass. We'll get to it soon
We'll talk
enough.
about that later.
We'll talk about that later. We'll definitely talk about it later. But yeah, so the credits in Overwatch 1 now has been carried over into Overwatch 2. No, you would assume that, okay, cool. So anything that's new, I can use my legacy credits.
They're fucking
Unfortunately,
worthless.
They're worthless. They're like a cajillion to one. They're fucking worthless. So it's really bad. And so it's like, what's the point of holding any legacy credits? Especially when the new heroes are out, you can only use it to buy like the most vanilla stuff available, and they're like not even high tier
Palette swaps.
Yeah, they're just palette swaps. Like Kiriko's like legendary stuff are terrible. They're not even that good. I don't. The witch one, unfortunately, that was like the most unique one. But even then, Mercy did it better. I'm just saying.
Always has.
Well, to be fair, most Overwatch skins were just palette swaps anyway.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd get
I mean,
unique
Green
design,
Bastion, baby.
and then you'd get a palette swap of the unique design, and then they would come out with another unique design, and then palette swap. And so, yeah. But nonetheless, legacy coins are typically only spent on skins that were exclusive to Overwatch 1.
Right.
So
And-
any new content, you can't use that.
Yeah, you can't. And the most notable example is the Halloween event. So as you're aware about the legacy credits, I have, in my situation, I have like 20,000 credits at this point, right? So because the Halloween event has like a bunch of new content, I had the impression going in being like, okay, I can go and buy this stuff with legacy credits. And I'm
No.
like, cool. Unfortunately, that's not the case. You have to use premium credits. You have to pay out of your wallet to pay for certain skins. And these skins are 1,900 Overwatch credits if for just the base skin. The base skin. $1,900. That is about $20.
Well, 1,900 credits.
1,900 credits is like roughly about almost $20 overall.
Mm-hmm.
And it is bad. The charms, which is a new addition to the game, which is like attachments you can add to your weapons, they cost about 500, 600, 700 credits. I think you guys can confirm with that with me, but
Yeah.
they cost about $5 to $7. How the hell is that so expensive? It makes no goddamn sense. And can you imagine spending like $6 on Cinnabar Genji or fucking like Green Bastion? Like a simple palette swap, not even like exotic or like a legend or an epic skin. Just a palette swap, like Orange Genji or
Oh, you
fucking Cinnabar.
You know what's funny though? Someone actually did the math. If you want all the cosmetics from Overwatch 1, it will cost you about $12,000 USD.
This is just at the time of this recording, minus the new
Yeah,
future
but this
edition.
is just for Overwatch 1 stuff in general. Not the Overwatch 2 stuff, the Overwatch 1 stuff. Like the old stuff from last year, the year before that. Yeah, all that shit.
Years prior, right?
Yeah.
Christmas and
Yeah,
all these other-
Christmas, Halloween event, summer games, everything on from Overwatch 1. That will cost you 12,000 USD to get everything from Overwatch 1.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves after that, to be honest with you. They really need to rework their business models, and what can we really suggest to make it better? For one,
Better prices.
Better prices. Legends should not cost $20. They should cost like $5, honestly. They're just greedy assholes trying to squeeze the amount of money coming out of the hardworking players. You know, they just want to wind down, have a good time,
And
but
whale.
yeah, they just want a good whale. They want to squeeze the whale. They want to embrace the whale.
Become the whale.
Become the whale kind of thing. It's fucking tragic, you know, when you think about it. It's awful.
But I can't grind during the season in order to unlock new skins?
No, not in this case. So
Yeah.
so the only thing you can do is that you can get voice lines, but that's laughably like nothing really.
You spam it in game like I need healing. Oh wait, that's the free one.
That's like an in-game comms. It's not even like an actual premium quote unquote voice line. And so like anything that you've done so far, Mike, anything that you had the impression of with Overwatch from the first game, throw all of that away. Everything
Throw out
is
the window.
progression. Either you buy the battle pass or you buy some of the shit in the store. In the store, it is dog shit.
Okay, it's time to jump into the pit and I can walk.
Yeah,
Wow.
basically. Just jump into the pit and I can walk. That's it. Just do yourself a favor and just jump off the map. But it doesn't even get any worse. It doesn't even stop there. This train to disaster doesn't even stop from here. Let's talk about fucking the overall experience. Now, Blizzard now requires people to have phone numbers assigned to
I hated
Battle.net accounts. I don't understand why they want the phone numbers, because I believe that we've already paid a decent amount of money for the product. There has been multiple controversies throughout the first week of Overwatch's launch. So not only did they deal with the DDoS stuff, they also dealt with the phone number stuff. It is abysmal. There are prepaid phone carriers such as Cricket and Metro PCS apparently did not accept phone numbers because they're not legitimate from what they were Blizzard was suggesting.
But those are the affordable plans.
Not everybody's going to afford a premium plan.
Exactly.
That's just how things work here. Not everyone is going to be in the favorable circumstance economically speaking. So, and it just gets worse because personally to me, I am not a fan of two-factor authentications. They are just terrible because anybody can be you if they just stole your phone. That's my issue with it. So like if you knew the password and those guys that took the phone don't know the password, then at least you have some security measure on the account. But if they know the password and they have access to your phone, then you're screwed. But honestly speaking, it's just incredibly
have that.
Yeah,
Unless it's someone you know.
Right.
But nonetheless, there probably are some difficulties with two-step authentication.
You lose the phone, you're screwed.
Ultimately that is the case. If you lose the phone, then you're losing part of that authentication, and then you would have to probably jump through a lot more hoops just to kind of regain control of your account.
Yeah,
But
just
wasn't the fact that they wanted the phone numbers more to kind of verify your account?
To stop
your
Smurfs,
Battle.net?
from what
Yeah.
they said.
to counter Smurfs, trolls, toxicity. Even though ironically, toxicity still exists in Overwatch
It
too.
exists in any game. You can't fight it.
You
You might as well
can't-
just embrace it.
You can't fight
You
it.
can't. But then.
It becomes League of Legends. You're right, Michael.
No. I mean, like, crack down.
Oh my gosh! Like
we start you off with a permaban, and then it gets hard. But nonetheless,
it's still a rough experience, especially for those that were loyal to the game. Like I was at one point, and I used to play the game very religiously, almost every day, basically.
Unfortunately,
I mean, it was my League of Legends. It's my League of Legends. I don't play League. You guys play League, but I have my League, and that's Overwatch. But to see the game, but to see the game experience such a massive decline in the overall integrity and the overall experience, it's so heartbreaking. Especially to someone that stayed with the brand for such a long time. You know, you were hoping that things would get better and that things would be fine. But then when the time for it comes, it just did not meet the expectations, and it was below exceedingly bad. You want to know what can really restore good faith back for all the dumb crap that happened during the first week launch?
Kill the store.
Yes, that's one. But two was to give the battle pass to everyone to compensate for all the trouble that everyone went through. Yeah, you would lose margin profits, but that's more of the executives'
stores for.
Yeah, that's what the executives' problem, to be honest with you. If you really just want good faith, especially from all the nonsense you dealt with, such as the Diablo incident, and then the lawsuit, and then Modern Warfare 2 apparently also having to be only digital download only.
Wait, what?
So Modern Warfare 2 came out a while recently, right? So people that bought the physical copy, apparently the game is only about 80 megabytes. So the game's disc leads you to a download to install Modern Warfare onto the console.
wow.
So
Wow, it's just a key. It's just a glorified product key.
Yeah,
wow,
it is.
That's scummy.
Yeah, and you know we'll talk more about that at some point at another time. But but let's say this: Activision Blizzard has not been having any good form of PR at all. They don't have good faith. They don't want to restore good faith in the player base, and try to win the trust back. Like Overwatch 2 could easily just be dropped immediately. And, it wouldn't surprise me that the game will have this massive decline by the time January hits next year. I mean, even with Season 2, just the idea that they locked characters through a progression system, yes, we'll talk about the progression system now. The progression system...
You got me there.
Yeah, the progression system is really bad. Okay, so to catch up to people up to speed who are listening to this, anybody that's playing for free have to unlock the character at tier 55 out of 80. There are 80 tiers. However, that in the free version, you don't unlock everything through progression. You only unlock some items, some free pity items. If you really want to earn like items for every tier progression, then you'd have to buy the battle pass. On top of buying the battle pass, you unlock the character that's in that season instantly. However, in the free version, you would have to get to tier 55 out of 80.
To unlock all the heroes?
Yeah, not to unlock that new hero for the season. So
wow.
So for Kiriko, for those that just started, right, you would have to play a handful of matches to unlock the the rest of the original cast. However, going into season 1 and beyond, anybody that's been free to play and wanted to get Kiriko, you'd have to get to tier 55. Or you have to buy the battle pass.
So
buy-
it's spend months of playing Overwatch 2, which is a reskin of Overwatch 1,
Right.
just to unlock the new season character. If you're doing it in the free to play zone.
There's no
Right.
store for them at all, like that you can buy with some sort of.
No incentive.
Thing?
It's not like Apex Legends where in Apex Legends, right, you get several different types of currency.
20 different types of
In Apex Legends, you get Legends credits, and these Legends credits can be used to buy a hero of your choice. So when you earn enough, you can unlock whatever hero that you wish to unlock. However, in Overwatch 2, the only main currency is Overwatch credits. There's nothing else. You can't buy just a hero. You can't just have it unlocked through new update. When the game promotes change, you have to change characters. The game promotes that a lot. You have to change characters sometimes because certain matchups just do not work.
rock, paper, scissors.
Sometimes
really-
you have too many shields, and then it was like, okay, no, let's go with more of a bruiser.
Right, or there's too much mobility. Let me switch to someone that can freeze. The point is that it's not like League of Legends where you're just hard stuck to that character. You're not locked to the character from beginning
Yeah,
to end.
like any MOBA really too.
Right. But in this,
Even Apex too, actually.
right, even Apex. In Apex, you're stuck with that character from beginning.
Same with
to end.
Valorant. So it's not like that, like Valorant, League, Apex,
Right.
Fortnite, I would say, but kind of not really, but still.
Yeah, but with Overwatch's case, you can switch
switch.
characters in order to counter certain matchups. Like for example, like with Reinhardt, you're someone that doesn't do a lot of damage, but you can at least go with Reaper or Junkrat to deal more burst damage. But the point is that the game is designed to have countering. I remember reading someone saying that countering is switching heroes was not something that they would do often statistically, but I'm like, but the choice is still there. You have to have those heroes available because if the free to play player doesn't have that available, then it's a pay to win. Because what if the hero matches your playstyle? If it matches your playstyle, then you have an advantage. So it is sort of a pay to win. And it is a disgusting business practice because either you have to progress for several weeks and play on a regular basis. To my knowledge, you can only get a huge increment bonus and you only go up to let's say 2 or 3 tiers on a daily basis. Eventually they stagnate they artificially make the experience less. No matter how well you do, no matter how hard you try, you will get less experience the more you play. So I have an example where I did 11,000 healing and I did 25 support. I can't remember my match, but I did a lot of assists alongside with healing.
So you did a pretty good game.
Yeah. And we won, but I didn't get a lot of XP. So in a way, it was so discouraging because you don't gain a tier. You don't get a massive boost. No, it's just artificially stagnated. You don't. It's hardly negligible at best. It's awful, and it to me it discourages me, and I'm pretty sure to anyone else, especially when you're performing well, it's why should you perform well if they're not going to give you that much experience? Isn't that the whole point? In Overwatch 1, when you had medals. Now, I don't like the medal system. It's just bragging rights and people just, have excuse
trolling.
to throw their incompetence.
Trolling
Whatever.
with it.
Right. And so, at least at the end of the match, for every medal you get bonus XP on top of it. It's not much, but it's enough for you to feel encouraged and incentivize that you can still perform better so that you can get an increase of your bonus and stuff. But unfortunately, that's not the case. In Overwatch 2, once you get your 3 sections of daily bonuses, that's it. You get that boost, that's it. You can stop playing at that point, I'll be honest with you. Low key speaking, you'd be doing yourself a favor if you did something else like play Division 2 or fucking Near Automata or Sonic Frontiers or whatever. Instead,
God of War.
yeah, or God of War. You could play something better. But other than that, the progression system is bad, and if you buy the premium pass, it's not worth your money. Fortnite does it better. Division 2 does it 3 times better.
Yeah, it does.
Look,
Get more bang for your buck, honestly. Even
Like-
with the free battle pass or season pass.
like
Isn't that-
like a good progression system model, believe it or not, to anyone that's listening, is not just Fortnite. Because yes, Fortnite actually does a pretty good job with their progression. They don't stagnate.
Ew.
They don't stagnate experience. You play, you just have a good time, you unlock stuff on top of it as you progress, as you pay for that battle pass. It's fine. It's good. Another good one is Division 2. Division 2, yes, people don't acknowledge Division 2, but they acknowledge Apex and all these other games, but not Division 2. Division 2 does an incredible job with its progression-based system. For every level up you get, you always get something guaranteed, whether it's a mod or skin or some sort of like blueprint available for crafting
Or a
or
box
getting
of some sort for
or
an
you
item.
get either a named cache for like a really good weapon or a gear set or even material caches where you can get resources. There's always something guaranteed for the player, even if you don't pay for the progression season. You still always get something. You even get exotics in some progression seasons. This current season for Division 2, you get not 1, not 2, but 3 types of exotic items. 2 of them are guaranteed as you progress later on, and 1 is a loot box, a cache, which gives you a guaranteed another exotic drop. How is it that Division 2, one of the best business models in my opinion, shits on Overwatch, shits on Apex Legends, shits on a lot of these other premium-based systems? It's insane.
I think they do player first, monetary later. Because I think the devs put more work. They try to put a lot of work into the game itself. Granted, there's optimization issues, but that's beside the point.
Right.
Plenty of optimization.
Yeah, but they do their best to give the players more content to spread out through the year, and have them at least do something rather than nothing.
Yeah, like how in Overwatch 1, when they would have multiple events throughout the year, and during those events, if you played in like one
Arcade.
game through arcade or through the quick play or whatnot, you get the 21 wins or those kind of metrics, you would earn that skin or that emote or something for that week, and it was something to work towards, and it was something that was guaranteed to be free for you. And since you were playing, you were earning a few more loot boxes just by either being a good sport with endorsements or, just playing, getting good streaks. And then you would slowly accrue those credits to earn the opportunity to buy more skins just by playing. And even though it would be a slow system for most players, it was still something that, if you wanted to, you could. And it wouldn't take forever to get what you wanted. And
Right.
same thing with Division, which what we were saying before. But now with Overwatch 2, unfortunately, all of these kind of free incentives are kind of
Gone.
Yeah, they've just quietly been removed, and
There's no
they've
point
just
to play the
added
game.
they've added more reasons to put money in, such as the Overwatch League credits, which are they're a different credit
currency.
And yeah, a different form of currency than the premium, which apparently is towards the money you put towards that helps support the Overwatch League, which is the esport side of Overwatch. But at this point, I don't know how many people are going to be watching us playing.
Yeah, especially with the current stand of it. Like you know, we're not even done about how good Division 2's progression system is. You know, I'll even sell you in on another pitch, guy. So, to anybody that levels up every few events, there's often additional events in-game rotation, such as like Golden Bullet or Hollywood or
special events.
Polarity. There's special events that you can use if you participate in those events and you win and you clear missions and you do certain abilities or certain missions or whatever. You gain extra currency during that event that you can use to spend on getting exotic caches or anything that you want that's available.
Caches, anything really.
And it incentivizes the player, regardless of how repetitive a game can get during the season, but it encourages the player to try to say, okay, let me see if I can get this named item. Okay, Golden Bullet's available, let me participate in it and let me just have some fun with it. It's a rotational that only happens like once every few weeks.
And the apparel event, remember that?
and on top of that,
free stuff.
You want to know cosmetics? Like, you want to get that cool cosmetic for free? You can in Division 2. You get a chance every 4 levels. At one point, it used to be a level. However, in Division 2, every 4 levels you gain a cache. And this is basically your loot box that you can use to also get an apparel cache. And this cache can be used to unlock cosmetics that you can put on your character. So not only do you get cool weapons and prints and missions that you probably missed out from other seasons because maybe you just recently got back into it. You also get cool apparel stuff, and you can also, for any duplicates you also get textiles, which can be used to exchange for premium cosmetics. So you don't have to spend premium currency. You could use the premium currency to buy the much more rewarding season pass. If you buy it for $10, just like this one here, except that this one is on steroids. Not only do you get the cool stuff in there, you also get additional shit in there too. So instead of 1, you get 2 exotic caches, or you can get additional items and additional apparel. Do you know how sick Division is to the fandom? They listen to a lot of criticism and a lot of ideas of what the player base wants and what Massive is willing to do. See, to be honest with you, Division 2 has the best business model in the current gaming market, period. And to anyone that says that otherwise, they gotta check out Division 2. You can get the game often cheap throughout most of the year. Black Friday's coming up soon. You can get it awfully cheap for about $8. $8 for a lot of fun with RPG elements that can fit your playstyle. You'll find a build. You'll find communities. You'll find channels like Nothing But Skills available, free to watch and figure out playstyles that can fit your playstyle and your overall needs. Or you could watch Jumpstart Gaming, good channel too. But other than that, see, I want Overwatch 2. If they were going to do something like that, my suggestion to fix the progression system is to not copy Apex Legends. Apex Legends, in my opinion, its progression system is evil. It is an insult to the industry in regards to.
It is EA.
It is. It's an insult. Because you want to know why I say it's an insult? Because there's currency called material, right? And this material that you gain cannot be gained from buying with premium credits. To my knowledge, at this time of this recording, it can only be earned through loot boxes. That's right, loot boxes. If you want to unlock that one unique skin that looks cool for that one character, you better dish out material. You better dish out money for that loot box. This is
Wow.
why I think Apex is a fucking insult to progression systems. Fucking. Oh, man.
I can't
Well-
tell if we're an unpaid sponsor for Division or if we're
No,
just
this is
bashing
just.
Overwatch and we're bashing.
I'm not sponsored. Look, I want to make it clear to everyone out here. We're not sponsored by Massive or Ubisoft. I'm not. I'm just praising it because it
We
is
did things
a
right.
good. There, if you want to do a good progression system, you look at Division. Division, look, I'll even include it in the video here about progression systems and whatnot. This stuff is great. You always have something to look forward to when you play Division. You can get a build, you can get new missions, you can get all kinds of cool shit. It makes you encouraged that you'd be like, you know what? Okay, at least I can play. I'll get some cool stuff. Although some people might get it earlier by buying the pass, but no problem. You'll get it eventually.
Yeah, just grind. It's not hard.
It's not hard. And if you get really good at the game and you play it on the hardest difficulty besides legendary, and you have like these directives, they increase your overall proficiency on your XP. So
Yeah.
either way, there's easy ways to level up. You just have to have the right build, the right strategies. You got to know the level layout. There's plenty of things you can do to fix the overall experience. But honestly, though,
I like to add something on that progression system. So someone did the math. So for the XP stuff, it'll take you 5 years or 15,600 coins to buy all the non-seasonal Kiriko unlocks. Yeah, that's just like the 60 points you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, those coins. Yeah, if you do that consistently in 5 years, you too can unlock everything for Kiriko only. 5 years.
That's my favorite support character because I really love playing Kiriko.
It'll take you 5 years. And you know what's really funny? It's only a matter of time till they do like a beta, like a match XP beta, like Halo Infinite. Is it too much? Is it too little? I don't know. Beta that shit.
Beta the shit, man.
Yeah, I was like, how does just quick bashing on Halo Infinite? They did a beta for Match XP. Who does that? That's the first time I ever heard of that. Ever?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Hey, yo, where's Justin when you need him? He can bash on it for quite a while about that. But
Yeah.
man, but
It's terrible for that progression, unfortunately.
But regardless, though, if you want to feel powerful, you want to have like cool builds and varieties of things. Anybody that's in the fence between Division 2, check it out. It's going to be on sale soon. So if you're even still on the fence, you can still get the base game for roughly about $7, $8 at lowest. However, just be mindful there is an expansion that I would recommend you also get alongside with it, because that also unlocks other stuff too. But yes, it's a good progression system. I have to praise it. It is the best business model in regards to having people keep coming back to the game. Overwatch has no reason. I have no reason to get back to it. And I'll tell you why. We'll talk about the shitty battle pass. I spent fucking $20 on the battle pass.
You animal.
Of
You
course
make
I
me
would.
sick.
I'm gonna remind people that I did spend it, so I'm gonna critique it so that you won't have to. So
Goodbye.
this progression system is awful. Every tier I get, it's always a pointless cosmetic. I do not feel encouraged. Okay, voice lines you can throw away. That's fine. Skins every once in a while. There is some good legendary ones. Like Miko Mercy is really one of my favorites. It's a really
I
good
wish
one.
we could get it for free.
Really
But
good one.
no.
But that's like the only good one. However, what really irks me about this battle pass is that there is a cyberpunk themed stuff that was mentioned in season 1 of Overwatch 2. There's like, Roadhog, Zenyatta, a few characters got this cyberpunkish theme. A lot of us had the impression that because Cyber Genji was the main draw of season 1's cosmetic battle pass, a lot of us had the impression that it was going to be included in the battle pass. However, the only cyberpunk themed skin is Kiriko's.
Huh?
Everyone else is through the store. You have to buy it through the fucking store.
That's garbage.
It is garbage, and to me, I don't feel encouraged because I like Sojourn's legendary skin. Honestly, I spent $20 but many of people should fucking have a right to be able to get these items so that I can feel encouraged to come back to your product. We're consumers. We're not whales.
It's
Like,
good
if you
business.
It's good business. It's good faith. You know, we could keep praising Division 2 in a plug me sponsor or whatever, but I have to keep it at real as it is. Division 2 is the one we're gonna keep coming back, viewer, and I want you to know that is a better progression system than Overwatch will ever be right now. And
But
so,
Marvin, you can earn Cyber Demon. What is this? Genji. At the end of the battle pass.
yeah, at the end, it took me 2 fucking weeks to get to that end. And so, I got to the end, and it's a nice skin. I ain't gonna lie. I like the mythic stuff. You can customize it. You can customize the skin appearance or whatever. But do I feel good about it? No, because honestly, I only got like 2 other legendary skins. One was really good, one was mid. The other one was kind of like, why is this a park ranger? But the other one is like, but the other stuff is just high garbage. Pointless sprays, voice lines, some emotes, and some highlights. The only good thing other than Cyber Genji was EDM Diva. EDM Diva was a decent skin. Every time you move around and you hear music or whatever, or when you shoot the missiles, it actually does give out music effects. But other than that, is it worth it? No. I should have just spent $10 instead of $20.
Yeah.
Other than the battle pass, you also get 20% increase of XP. So you go through the pass faster, but that why should I go through it faster at this point if if every tier I get is either like going to be a shit reward or it's going to be like a good reward? Like, honestly, I'm so tired of Blizzard shit. Like, honestly, the battle pass is an insult. You want to know what ways could fix the progression system? Well, for one, include the skins for the season in the pass. It'll give players an encouragement to at least continue playing, and make it available in the free version, but at a later tier. Like if, let's say, there's a legendary for Sigma, right? With the premium tiers at tier 30 or 50, right?
Right.
But the free version has it at tier 70. That's fine. It'll give players an encouragement to at least continue playing the game, and don't artificially stagnate damn XP, because you're trying to keep players engaged, not do daily chores. So, because like it's like playing Pokemon Go with your dailies. You catch your first Pokemon, you get like extra Stardust and XP. You keep it up for 7 days, you get like an increase of an amount of stuff, right? But in this game, it's basically like that. Think of it like that. At that point, you could stop playing and then wait till tomorrow. This is basically what that is.
Game. Oh god.
It's awful and I hate it. So like once I get my 3 check marks in, I have no reason to keep playing, but I still play it somehow. Unfortunately. So, but yeah, just include those items, and then you know what? At that point, reduce the prices of the cosmetics too, especially if they're old as shit. Like Mercy, which Mercy should be $3, not fucking $5, not fucking $20 or whatever, $1,900.
Oh my god!
But
Thank God I got it for free. Thank God I got it for free. I don't know about you guys.
Like Witch Mercy is like one of the best skins they've ever made, and they are trying to profit that shit.
Keep it on, no matter what.
Keep it on no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like, I got this for free. You guys bought it. How do you feel?
Here's another suggestion. if you don't want people to buy the battle pass, or give people flexibility and have a seasonal, like an event battle pass for like
League kind of
7.
does. League kind of
Yeah.
does that, except it's kind of different, right, Michael? It's like you play the game, you get XP toward this like free battle pass.
Yeah, it's like quest number 1 out of 10, and then as long as you keep doing the thing and progressing through these series of quests, the rewards get better and better until you finally unlock something decent at the end.
Yeah, and like, granted, the cap on these coins they have is 400 or 300. I don't really care personally, just because I think I have like almost every cosmetic under the sun, because I got most of them for free. Half of them I actually bought. But other than that, you can get orbs, you can get frames, you can get chromas, which are just colored clouds, but I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, so
There's so many chromas that I can't even use.
So my suggestion on what they could do to fix it, like if you needed the fucking money, if you needed to be predatory, and if you wanted to be a necessary evil, I'll give you a proposition. Make seasonal or make event battle passes, so they're like mini events on top of the season. So let's say season 3 takes place between July and September or whatever. So summer games. Yeah, summer games is going to be the main theme. So instead of having people buy the regular battle pass, why don't you encourage people to buy the event pass, which will give you like all the cosmetic stuff that's available related to the event, including legacy stuff. Like, you don't have to include everything. Just
maybe some special coins to buy old stuff or new stuff too.
That too. You can include that. You can include stuff from 2018, 2019 summer games, or even up to the recent stuff. But however, just give the reason, and it could be in 20 tiers. It doesn't have to be the whole package. It can be 20 tiers for like $6-7. It'll incentivize the player to pay. However, they're getting more than what they could when you buy it separately. Wouldn't that be a better savings for everyone? I don't think I would mind chipping in for an event skin. Like if I have a chance of getting Kiriko's witch skin during buying that one pass for like an additional $7 or $8, I don't mind. Because if it means I can get like a bunch of other Halloween goodies related, granted it's stuck by paywall, but also give people extra currency too.
Yeah.
Wait, are you proposing that in addition to the battle pass, you pay an additional amount of money
It's
unlock
optional one? It's like an optional one. So they're two separate products.
So you wouldn't need the battle pass to get the event pass? Okay.
No, the event pass would be separated.
I was like, wow, you're already being corrupt.
$20 plus another $10.
Oh my god, I'm done with you.
No. So let that be separate. So you can increase. Yeah, like the battle pass could be $10, but this event pass could be like $8 or $7.
Yeah.
But you get a lot more event-related items, which would be incentivizing. But to fix the issue to have players buy it without spending money, then increase the value of how much people can earn on a daily basis. That's all you need. These guys already earn enough money as it is. You really want to keep losing your value in stock? No, you don't. Unless you Bob Kotick and you have a golden parachute. But I digress. There are many ways that Overwatch can be improved on, but I think the event stuff could definitely be a good idea if they really needed the money from people. If they can't go back from free to play. If you want to keep something, there's got to be some compromises. We can't. As much as I would love to say that I want free stuff, they have a right to adjust a pricing on products, even if a lot of us are not happy with them. But at least compromise and make it reasonable. Like, you could make more profit if you sell the skin for like $6-7 compared to 20 fucking dollars. It's so discouraging. It's like inflation on skins. How do you do that?
Inflation on steroids, baby.
It's like like imagine Mercy witch skin ran out and then they inflate the prices to like $25. I'm
How
like,
the fuck
really?
does that work?
But Blizzard is the only company in my time of being alive is the only company that make the consumers miss loot boxes. It's fucking awful. Oh my god, like how do you do that? How do you do that?
You just do.
It's fucking awful. Oh my god.
It's okay.
All
Can't
right.
hurt you anymore.
Yeah, I
You're dead.
won't. They're dead, all right. But anyways, we've talked about Overwatch and the gameplay. The gameplay's pretty good. Could be better.
Balance issues.
There'll be
Still.
balancing addressed. However, balancing will be adjusted in a seasonal basis, so it's not like hot fixes.
I feel like May's useless now, honestly. Her whole gimmick was freezing people. Granted, that was cancerous, but now she just slows people. And her alternate fire, I feel like, is kind of garbage, in my opinion. I feel like she's actually really useless. That's my. And I think McCree, quote unquote Cassidy. Honestly, I think they just I think they just slapped a grenade on everyone. Really, they gave Bastion a grenade. They gave McCree a grenade. Who else is gonna get a grenade? They might as well just give May an ice grenade at this point.
Wow. I can imagine that. That'd be so awful. Like you get frozen for like 3
It's like I can
seconds.
understand CC was a problem, but I don't know if removing all forms of CC was the right move. That's just me though. Maybe because I do remember it was really cancer with May just like freezing you and clicking on you. Maybe they could have balanced that a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe they're just being lazy. Maybe
But
it's
then-
just me. I don't know.
Because they removed a lot of the CC, you also now have new problems with Sombra and Genji that keep
Yeah.
diving in and flanking on.
Yeah, that's the
support.
problem because I think when they removed the stun off Brigida, I think that kind of took away an identity. I feel like they kind of took away some heroes' identities with these new balance changes. Honestly, like they kind of took a piece of their soul out of it.
She was a necessary evil because she needed.
Unfortunately, yes. Because like, granted, she was obnoxious. She could disrupt a lot of crap, but I feel like it was necessary to prevent Die from being prevalent again.
And
which-
Genji and Tracer
Yeah.
also being an issue and Sombra now. Sombra is really difficult to deal with. In
Granted,
this one.
Granted, I think they did terrible balance changes on Brigida at that point. They just stripped her entire identity at this point. She's just there. And then
And
like
Sombra's an example.
I don't know why they
of being
buffed her. I don't know why they buffed her. She was fine in
She was-
Overwatch 1 in my opinion. She was actually not that bad. She wasn't that good. She was obnoxious, but not that overpowered as she is now.
And it's funny because Sombra now, she had now got reworked, and what makes it really difficult is that she can hack when invisible.
Well, I
Another
think that
one,
that should have been a quality of life, but that's still
But-
kind of overpowered though.
it is overpowered because you want to know what else is overpowered? When she hacks someone, the damage on that hack target increases by 40%.
See, that's very unnecessary, honestly.
Can you? Because she could just.
I
melt
can
support units.
1v1 Bastion.
That's about it. The menace.
You could hack Genji. You could hack pretty much anything. But the compromise is that you only get like 1 second of being muted, and then you can get your ability back. However, it still doesn't. Fix
1
the
second's
issue
a
of getting-
long time in any game, really.
It is. It only takes that much seconds just to have Sombra with good aim just melt you, and then that's it. Going
Or
into season
anyone,
2, apparently it's being reduced from 40% to 25%.
That's
It's
not
still-
bad.
It's not bad, but 40%, I don't know what they were thinking. They overtuned
I don't-
Sombra.
I don't think they honestly. I don't think they balanced. I don't think they tested their own game, like the bugs. I think they just slapped some changes together. It's like, okay, what have people been like? I think they had like all it on a board or something and started throwing darts at it. It's like, okay, what was annoying in Overwatch 1? throws a dart. It's like, okay, May freeze. Let's take that away. Let's let her slow and only freeze people on ulti, so she's utter garbage. But who cares?
Oh, what's
Screw
this
the
other
May.
one?
Screw the May man.
Oh, what's this other dart? Nerf Diva Bomb. It's no longer omnipotent.
That's just dumb. It's just honestly, I honestly liked it because I remember you unfortunately got out of base and died to the Diva Bomb when you just respawned. That was hilarious.
It was awful.
Well,
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this thing omnipotent or some shit? I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
my APM.
Oh god.
Orisa was overpowered.
Orisa's strong as fuck right now. Zarya is a nuisance.
She's always been a nuisance. I fucking hated her in Overwatch 1 and I still hate her now.
Oh, and 2, she's even worse, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they were thinking with these balance changes.
Clearly they weren't.
At least you didn't touch the golden boy Lucio.
Lucio's fine, I think.
He's balanced. I'm kind of triggered with Mercy though, actually.
Mercy got the biggest shit stick I've ever
I'm kind of
seen.
triggered because you told me like what happened was like, okay, I was trying to float, and I was like, wait, why I'm not floating? You're like, hold control. I'm like, I don't see that on my HUD though. How do you know that? And it's like, I don't know if you did it in training or some shit. I was like, oh, that's stupid. It's not even on my HUD to tell me I can do that. I had to have someone else tell me I can do that.
But that also tells me, how often do you crouch in Overwatch?
None. That's the problem.
You did. You did.
I want that piece then.
He said play Baptiste. He's right about that. I'm not gonna lie.
He's the
right
only
about
one in Overwatch crouching and shooting.
Oh, that's true. Those Nikes, you gotta pump them up and then air them out, actually. You're right.
Yep.
He's like, you haven't played enough Baptiste.
I love how they did nothing for Zenyatta, though.
Yep. Still rolling around in his wheelchair. Slow as I don't know what.
Had he been in the wheelchair, he would have been godlike.
Oh my god.
This
let's
is
see.
work Zenyatta.
Is Bob still omnipotent, actually?
Bob?
Yeah, you know, Ash's ulti, is he still dumb where he just shreds everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck?
Spreads a lot of damage. But you can't heal Bob. At least to my knowledge, so far.
Can unanimous Bob, though.
Yes, you can.
Oh god.
So if you really want to make it
If you want to be a real dick, you just do that.
Some ultimates just last way too long compared to others.
Yeah, that's true. You know what's criminal though? What they did to Doomfist. That's criminal. Granted, I don't like him one-shotting, but what they did to him was criminal. He's garbage here from what I saw. Everyone was like, if you have Doom on your team, you lost. There's like only a handful of good Doomfist mains that could pop off, but even then, what they did to him was criminal.
but I like Doomfist. He's fun. Although I play garbage.
Sounds like he's become more of a wrecking ball, more of a Hammond.
He's an inferior Hammond.
Hammond's even better than
Honestly, they did Doomfist dirty. They did him dirty. They nerfed him to center earth. It's dumb. Oh yeah, didn't they remove like a shit ton of maps?
Oh yeah, some of them are now going to be in seasonal rotations. So,
what kind of dumb crap is that?
Yeah, they removed Numbani and fucking what else? They removed
Numbani?
Blizzard World. Yeah, they removed Numbani.
Wait, weren't those hybrid points though?
Yes, they were.
But those were honestly, I hated Numbani, but Numbani was fine. Blizzard World can go eat a dick.
Blizzard World is fine.
I hated Blizzard World, honestly.
Is it because StarCraft is...
Yeah, I get to stand next to the probes.
Wow.
Is it because you get to see StarCraft?
Yes.
Not really. Like overall, I thought the map was okay. Lots of like different, vantage points, hidey holes. You never expect freaking freaking Reinhardt pins coming out of nowhere. Turn the corner. Burr, burr.
Yeah.
6-man Reinhardt pin.
6-man Reinhardt.
I'm kind of sad that they got rid of the control points in general. I feel like they could have just put that on the drawing board on how to improve the maps rather than just getting rid of them in general. They kind of pulled the Destiny 2 there, honestly, with the whole planet shit. I hope they bring it back or rework
they might rework them to be like push maps, maybe, or hybrid.
Oh no, not push! I hate push. That game mode's garbage. I hate it. I played one game. That's all it needed to tell me. Like in the eyes of a new player playing push, I had no idea what we were doing. All I knew was that we were pushing a robot, and we were getting bodied. I was like, what kind of dumb shit is this? The map's too huge for this crap.
Yeah, it's a glorified tug of war. That's what it is.
I hate it. It's garbage. I'd rather have control points and stall out and lose quickly.
Whoever pushes out the barricade the furthest on whichever end wins. So.
Just tell me to follow the Mickey Mouse sounds even harder.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I hate that game mode. I really do.
Honestly,
I'd rather select King of the Hill over and over and over and over again.
What capture the flag? I hate that mode in Overwatch.
No, I mean not capture the flag. King of the Hill.
King of the Hill's my favorite mode.
At least that's okay.
I actually like King of the Hill.
That and Payload are the only good ones left. I liked Hybrid too, but no. Apparently they got rid of some of those too.
For the season.
Too lazy.
Too lazy.
No. I liked Push because it was new and it was fairly straightforward, and since I always sit on the payload anyway, I didn't have too much trouble just pushing the robot. If anything, my teammates would just rush forward and then they're just body blocking the enemy team as I pushed payload, even though I'm the tank.
Oh, it's just glorified payload map? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just like an alternate to a payload map.
I hate it.
I think what makes it I think one of my biggest pet peeves is that you could do a team wipe and the robot's on your end that's about to push to the destination. The robot doesn't go faster for any reason. So by the time you get to like, let's say like a third through the map and getting back to the center point, the enemy team gets back and then you get wiped and then they take the robot and then they go back. So all that effort gets wasted. So one of my so it's very discouraging at times because you would have to work really hard, but then sometimes you just get all fested, and then at that point there's nothing you can do. You have to like basically fight again and then do another wave and then do another wave, and then they start pushing the barricade. To me, I think what could make the mode better is that if there's more people near the robot, then the robot runs faster.
That tends to be the case, though. It seems like it's slow in the beginning because it's like it's trying to prevent like utter stomps. Because you hit those roadblocks. I think there's like 2 roadblocks and then the final destination. And then the moment you hit a roadblock and it's only like a minute into the game, the robot won't progress until, honestly, I don't know how it determines when to progress. It might be time-based, or it might be like, well, the enemy team just got wiped, so we're gonna give them kind of like a mercy break and have them respawn and challenge you, and then you push to the next tier. But when all of those tiers are unlocked and it's like a free-for-all, the robot does move faster if you have more people. Like if it's just 1 or 2, it's just kind of like walking, more or less, maybe fast walking, but then you have the whole team and then you just wipe them. It's chucking. It's trucking. It's running. It's going the extra mile.
It's running over that Lucio.
Yep.
Oh, man. But I think it's just that at times it doesn't feel fast, especially when you're at a deficit.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Because like it really gets very difficult, especially when you're doing a deficit. Especially on overtime. Oh my gosh, it is really stressful playing push. I don't like it, to be honest. I think the only suggestion I think is just that robot could push faster or move faster. Not push faster, but move faster when there's enough allies near the robot, kind of like the payload. That's all I suggest, because especially when you're trying to do catch up from a deficit, because like your barricade could still be on one side at the beginning, while the enemy pushed their barricade to your destination, and and there's not enough leeway for the enemy team to kind of catch up, or at least make a comeback. So I just think that because when the robot is at the side of the destination, your destination, and you did a team wipe, you would have to follow along with the robot, and then by the time you get like a fourth in, they respawn. The enemy team respawns, and then you do another team fight, and you didn't even get to the barricade. So there's just some things I don't like about it, but I feel like it would be better if the robot runs faster. The more people are on it, it'll give people encouragement to stay near the robot, because I noticed that a lot of the people that I played with tend to separate from the robot, and the only people that would push it would be like support or tank.
Yeah.
So it would give an encouragement to have the whole team stay together, so that the robot can be there, and it'll be consequential for the enemy team for making misplacements of positioning. That's just my opinion on my experience with push. Decent idea, but it's just, I think there's a lot of improvements that could be worked.
When's that PvE coming back? Next year?
Next year.
Oh my god. Oh well.
Well, other than that, we've addressed a lot of things. Progression system needs to be progression system needs to be like Division 2, where a lot of stuff needs to be rewarded, encourages the player to come back. Event passes could be a good incentive to have people to come back that's separated from the season pass, so that people that they don't engage as much, they only come in for the seasonal events, they can at least have that pass and unlock, random goodies related to the event, and have that instead. Let's see, what else?
Lower price point.
Lower the prices of skins, and other than that, Blizzard has a lot of things that they need to do
to play those arcades again.
Yeah, give an incentive. Don't artificially reduce the experience points either. Other than that, I believe that's pretty much all we got here for this discussion for today. So it looks like people are heading out. So I guess it's that time for closure, don't you think?
Time to play that trash game called Overwatch 2. Let's go. I'm just kidding. Fuck that.
You can do whatever you want. Your shift's over, man. So.
Bye.
Alrighty, guys. So, you know the drill. You like the video, do all that stuff.
Yep.
And subscribe to the channel, probably. I don't know. Dislike it if you dislike it. Oh, and also check out mellogrotto.com for additional content related that's not even video made, but you can also look at reviews,
video reviews, written reviews,
videos
to come up in the future. Keep an eye on that.
Check out,
and a bunch of other stuff coming up soon. We're building up, stepping up in this world, and I hope we'll get our footprint across here soon enough. So, till then, this is the Lounge signing out. Later.
Bye.